is contagious. Tell me, do you feel it too? Mr. Magician, tricking me to loving you. Turning pages, looking for something new. But the rain is stopping me from pulling through. I'm gonna take a deep breath, cut the loving in two. Cause I'm needing nothing, coming straight there from you. I'm gonna take a deep breath, cut the loving in two. Cause I'm needing nothing. Oh, Mr. Magician, your trickery is fine. Mr. Magician, I want you to be mine. Mr. Magician, you're calling out my spine. Mr. Magician, I want you to be mine. Oh. It's tradition for you to fall in love with me. I had a vision, one that you could never see. Hearing voices, tell me, do you hear them too? So many choices, they tell me what to do. I'm gonna take it.
I've been loving this song way too much recently. Absolutely way too much. Anyway, so here we go with one of the final matches of BTL Season 9 regular season. We have Ape Chimps versus Comfy Gaming. The bands are coming out strong. Was there a missed band on the side of Ape Chimps? Can we get First band was Rengar. Okay, so the first band on the side of Ape Chimps was Rengar, and then we see them go with the Senna and the Annie band. And then for the Comfy Gaming, we see the Kane band away from Ape Chimps Jungler, the Talia band away from Ethan, and we're looking for the third band now here from. Oh, I see that I was muted. And now we're looking for the third band from Comfy Gaming. Yo, Sly Red Fox joining me here in the booth. What's good? Are you here? Hello, Sly?
Yeah, I'm here. I was
I'm
trying to figure out how I could hear you on the stream, but not
Yo,
in the
yeah,
call.
that's because
So
I was muted
confused.
on Discord. That's my bad. That's my bad.
And
That's
I
my
saw
bad.
you like take a shot, and I immediately chugged my whole
Oh,
beer.
did
so
you?
now
Did
I'm
you?
on beer number
Nice,
two.
nice, nice. Very well. Good. Very good. Very good. So I was saying, I said this in the league news announcement that Ape Chimps has only suffered one loss so far in the season, correct? And their one
Correct.
loss was against Dinosaur Club, and it wasn't just like a loss. Dinosaur Club just went in there and like just smacked them, right? They just got slapped by Dinosaur Club. It wasn't even like a close loss. But
Yeah,
then
Pimp Hand strong.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, the Pip Ham. Yeah, they keep the Pip Ham strong. Yeah, but last
yeah.
week we saw Comfy Gaming pull off a massive upset and beat Dinosaur Club from like the they're like fourth or fifth in the standings, and they beat Dinosaur Club. So now
Nice.
the question is, can Comfy Gaming pull off another upset against Agents? And if they do, oh my god, the standings will be wild. Will be absolutely wild. If this upset happens, then things are going to be really interesting for playoffs. They already are. The fact that Dinosaur Club now has 2 losses is already very strange for the playoff standings, but this would make things very interesting.
I actually think, yeah, that would put PG number 1, right?
I
'Cause that
believe
would
so.
give
I believe so.
it
Yeah.
was Dino, Comfy, and Ape Chimps all 2 losses.
It would be PG number 1 kind of like by default. I think PG's game PG didn't play this week or last week. Which
sucks, by the
they
way.
won. Yeah.
We're gonna play Ja and
Maria
in the
bot lane. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I heard.
And so I actually, for those of you who don't know, I am about to take the bar exam and be a lawyer.
Oh, okay,
So I'm actually stepping away from the team. So you guys are gonna have someone else playing jungle through playoffs. Pretty much probably for the whole playoffs, honestly. So,
Oh, really? Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Okay.
PG will even have a different look. So
Oh,
we'll see
okay.
if
I was
that's for
not
better or worse.
I was not aware when that was happening. Okay.
That just
okay.
happened officially this morning.
Oh,
when
okay.
I had a small panic attack. So yeah, dude. So it's crazy.
Yeah, for sure, for
What
sure.
is going on in this draft?
I
Okay,
have
so
no idea what's going on in this chat.
Yumi Kaisa for the Yuzi Longboy bot lane. That's gonna
Okay,
be
okay.
interesting. So it's a dive. That's typically says dive to
Mhm.
me. Mordekaiser does not really go with that, but you can have Mordekaiser in the side lane.
I mean,
You have
Mordekaiser
the
makes me
Akali.
believe that we are indeed watching the same Ape Chimps that we've watched all season.
Yes,
That's what
fair.
that confirms for me. Yeah.
I would like to see like they took the Hecarim. I think Hecarim would have been a really good pick for Ape Chimps. So I'm glad that Comfy took that away. I think like other good divers such as Zach. And I don't think I've seen. I don't know. Is Pickle Farmer, is that their normal jungler
Pickle farm for who?
for Ape Chimps? I don't
I'm pretty
remember.
sure. I mean, the jungler for Ape Chimps literally changes his name like 10,000 times this season, so I'm assuming it's the same person. Pickle farmer. I
Okay.
mean, I'm pretty sure it's the same person in their chat. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's this. It's the same Discord name. So yeah, that's the jungler formerly known as Alex Williams.
Interesting. Anyways, expect to see some sort of dive out of Ape Chimps, right?
Hmm.
But you have like now you have a Lucian pick, which is this could be a Lucian or Syndra, could be in mid or ADC, right? Ivern Hover is a meme, but
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah. Hmm.
I'll be curious to see what they pair with the Kai'Sa here.
Oh, you know what? I forgot. I forgot about our Korean champion select music. Hold up. Korean
Give it to me.
champ-
Give it to me. I
Korean
love
champ
that. Dude.
select music. This is too
Galio-
lit.
Galio locked in as a counter pick to the Akali in the mid lane.
Okay,
which is
very good.
Kind of odd because technically all three, the Syndra, I mean, Syndra won't go top, but Akali, Lucian are flexible mid top and ADC for Lucian. And then Syndra.
Is that Shaco for real? Huh?
So it looks like they're going to try and do the Shaco Invisible Galio ultimate.
Oh, that's very interesting.
So the
Oh,
way it
that's very
interacts
interesting. Yeah.
is the ultimate is completely, you don't see it at all as the enemy
What?
team. Yes.
You don't see this Galio circle until he
Correct.
falls? Oh my god.
Correct.
Oh. That's
so-
cursed.
Yes, it's a little broke, a little nutty.
Yeah.
It's the same
yeah,
way
it
with
is.
like Oriana.
Yeah,
ult,
yeah, I
right?
know that's
Oriana
how it
ult
works
the
for
same
Oriana
way,
ult, yeah.
Rengar. Is that Guru? Okay. Oh yeah, let's go, dude. I feel like I wish I knew a little bit of Korean just to be like.
Yeah, to come through with the
I don't
Korean
know,
like
all I would say
yeah.
is like some like references from Naruto, like Tatameo. But, like,
You gotta sound like Papa Smithy whenever you got the Korean stuff going. All right. So here we go. The draft is done in the pro draft. That's going to be a final pick of Swain on the side. Is that Swain support for Comfy Gaming here? Is that the Swain and Lucian bot lane? I'm assuming with the Akali top, the Hecarim jungle, and the Syndra in the mid lane. That's what I'm assuming that we're going to see from Comfy Gaming. And these casters, yes, we are. We ready for the draft in the scene? Let's on the side of Apes, we're going to see the Mordekaiser in the top lane like we've seen them play so many times. The very interesting pick of Shaco in the jungle to be paired up with the Galio in the mid lane for Ethan and Alex Williams. You know, we're going to see the Galio and Shaco invisible ulti combo. I've never seen that before, so I'm definitely looking forward to that because that sounds like it could be potentially very broken. And then we'll also have the Kaisa and the Yuumi in the bot lane. I don't think we've seen a lot of Yuumi for Longboy Golem, but we have for sure seen a lot of Kaisa from NA Uzi, of course being the #1 Kaisa ranked Kaisa in North America on League of Graphs on his alternate account. So we do know that, you know, NA Uzi can play some Kaisa. So we'll definitely have to see how this works out. Right now in the standings, I believe Ape Chimps are sitting at 6-1, only having one loss this season to Dynasty Club and Comfy Gaming. Oh, what is their record? I think it was close to 500 last time. Maybe like, let's see, out of 7 games, are they like 4-3? I think. I'll have to I don't have things memorized. Let me look at it. Yeah, Comfy Gaming are actually sitting at 5-3. I'm sorry, I can't do math. They're 5-3, while Ape Chimps are 7-1. So they're currently sitting in 4th place. Recently taking a game out for Dinosaur Club. So if they can move up to 6-3, that would probably leave them actually in the exact same position that they have now. I think if they were 6-3, they would still be.
Yeah, they'll be
in
locked
4th
at
place.
fourth,
Yeah, I think they're locked in at 4th. Yeah.
Does
I mean,
put
but
them in the
that would
gauntlet
put
as
them
the last
away.
gauntlet team?
No, there's 8 gauntlet teams. So every team
Correct.
is a gauntlet
So-
except for CA Top. Oh,
Right,
you mean they'd be at the top of
They'd be the
gauntlet? Yes.
last match for the
Yes.
gauntlet before the playoff.
Yes. They would have to play one gauntlet match.
So here's my question: is does the Yuumi hop on the Shaco and they do the Shaco
Oh my
R
god.
into the Galio R?
Oh my god.
So rather than trying to do the invisible Galio ult, you just do the invisible Yuumi ult because Yuumi will it'll show the R, but it won't show Shaco himself because he
Right.
has like I don't know the different names for the I think there's camouflage and like true invisibility.
Yeah, yes, it's camouflage and like invis, I think. Yeah.
Something, yeah. So I don't know what the other one. One of them is definitely camouflage. Other
Yeah,
one's
yeah,
is camouflage.
Yes.
So I'm curious whether the Yumi it'll be invisible Yumi into, and I don't know if Galio can ult a Shaco clone. So in theory, you could lock them in place with the Yumi R, and then ultimate and deliver the clone into the enemy team and get Galio to ult into the rooted targets onto the clone. So that'd be that feels very coordinated, very difficult.
Yeah, that'd be something. Yeah.
And I will say that I don't exactly expect Chimps to be the most coordinated team.
Mm-hmm.
I do think they're a very solid team. But they have been shown to make a lot of mistakes. So we'll see how. Yeah, and there it is too. Carson on the Syndra, which is kind of what I expected. So
Right.
the Lucian is a counterpick actually to the Galio. Lucian should dumpster the
Interesting.
Galio.
Very interesting.
Absolutely abused Ethan, and Ethan really shouldn't be able to farm very much. However, the Shaco is his ability to gank is pretty solid, right? So it'll be up to America Owns All to make sure that he's not blowing his pursuit dash to
Right.
what is his dash called?
Relentless
It's
Pursuit,
right-
I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
I'm pretty
it
sure
is
it's the
Relentless
same as the card in as the
Yes.
spell.
That's the only reason I knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, so I think it'll be really important that America Owns All doesn't blow that to be aggressive whenever they know Shaco could be in gank timings. I'll be
Right.
really interested to see how Shaco starts his clear because there's a lot of clears Shaco can do. He's kind of a madman as far as openings go, and he has a really strong early clear, and then he falls off really quickly whenever he's not getting leashed or whatever, or using his boxes. So, yeah, I don't know. I've only seen Shaco picked a few times in competitive, so I do think Hecarim, as a resident Hecarim main, I do think Hecarim is in a really good place right now, and
Right.
I'm excited if RNG Trashuo takes Flash, though, I might walk out of the cast. I think that's absolute dog. That frustrates me.
Right.
Wait, what are you drinking, Ito?
I just have straight up rum. I have Bermuda
I
Black
thought.
rum. I'm just taking
Is it
shots
Captain
of.
Morgan's?
It's not Captain Morgan's, it's Goslings. I don't even know. I just grabbed stuff from my father's bar. I'm gonna have to pay him back at some point. I actually have multiple empty like alcohol bottles next to me. I have some other rum. It's over the months of quarantine, I've just been slowly. Every now and then, people like suggest that we drink, and I'm like, I just got something from my father's bar. He's not here right now. He's like out of the country. So I'm like, I'll pay him back sometime. So yeah, I'm just drinking some rum.
Watch it turns out like Gosling's like super expensive rum.
I know, right? Actually, I looked it up. This bottle doesn't seem too expensive. There's definitely some other bottles in the bar that look super expensive. I try to stay away from those. So I was like, yeah, this was like $20, something like that. Yeah. We try.
I don't know how the Akali Mordekaiser matchup goes in the top lane. I know that more than likely the Hecarim will not want to gank Mordekaiser post 6 because he will not win that 1v1. It's possible he can if he takes Ignite and goes Conqueror. But I think if he goes, what's the movement speed? I'm blanking on the sorcery page. The movement speed keystone. If he goes Phase Rush,
yeah.
I don't think he can win the 1v1. I personally like going Predator on Hecarim still, but I don't think it's very good for anything other than ganks. So we'll see how Trashuo goes once we get in game. I'm excited to see Carson and Lord Polk in the bot lane here, though, because they severely outrange this Kai'Sa. And they should be able to kind of... Well, I think very highly of Uzi as an ADC, obviously. I think he's probably one of the best in the league. So I'll be curious to see how that bot lane goes, just because Syndra and Swain should be relatively impressive. They just severely outranged the Kai'Sa. Wait, I gotta check my points and see where I am at. Wait. 3rd place. Let's go. All right, who do you think won this draft?
I think
Rather
that
risky, by the way.
Shaco to me tends to be a cheese. I think it's cheese. Like, it's cool the idea here, but I feel like overall the utility and the tankiness, it's like if it doesn't get ahead and it doesn't work in late game team fights, it will do nothing and it will be cheese compared to a super good and a super like always useful and like tanky jungler like Hecarim, super meta jungler like Hecarim. I feel like Hecarim ends up just outshining Shaco, and I think that the jungler that is playing that is playing Hecarim is also a stronger jungler than the person that is playing Shaco. So I kind of feel like because of that, it's likely that this ends up going in the favor of Comfy Gaming just based off of the draft. But I mean, Ape Chips is definitely a team that could potentially pull off the what am I trying to say? Pull off the cheese. Also, very interesting. They chose not to play an ADC into an Uzi because they feel like they can't beat any Uzi on ADC, and they're probably not wrong about that. So I think that this is a pretty good strategy to play this Syndra and Swain bot lane into the bot lane of Ape Chimps. We saw Mama Mentalities win against Ape Chimps Chem whenever they played that Karthus bot lane into any Uzi. So they're trying to play some atypical bot lane because they don't necessarily like if you can't beat him on his game, then just play a different game. I guess is what they're kind of going with here, and I like the idea. I think the thought process there is very interesting.
Yeah, I agree. I think one thing that's interesting is obviously the Shaco took Ignite, but the Hecarim, he could have taken Ignite to counter the Ignite that the Shaco was going to take,
Right.
and chose not to. So I think that's interesting, worth noting. I do think the Conqueror will be pretty valuable. I think we might be seeing an AP Shaco, by the way, with the.
I think I just realized my camera's still on the other. There's like a very tiny speck of my camera in the bottom left right now because that scene still technically has I just realized.
Oh,
There's like a little
I see. You
tiny
should
little.
keep that there, dude.
There's
Just
like a little tiny
baby
camera,
Ito.
little baby Ito in the bottom left of the screen. If anyone could like zoom in enough to see me down there, then you get a little tiny face cam down here. Oh, hi there. Hello, stream.
Okay, so
You know what? I'll take a drink to that. Stream can see me.
I've got whiskey here, so
Here's my little. I'm actually almost out of this rum, which makes me think. And it was like full like last week, so I've been drinking a lot this past few weeks. I see. So
I'm not a big fan of the blue start on the Hecarim. We'll see how his pathing goes. It looks like he's gonna try and do a partial player skipping Krugs. The Shaco still. Oh, he started Raptors and is finishing red now. Pretty big trades going on in the mid lane, which is what we should be expecting. The Lucian American owns all on Lucian should be trying to heavy trade with the Galio early before level 3. Ooh, the binding misses the Q. Person missed the Q there. A little bit of poke damage down on Swain. Shaco doing a full clear on his bot side. Hecarim a little ahead in his clear. Not sure where he'll look to gank after he gets that red buff, or if he'll just go to Krugs. Top isn't very gankable.
yeah, I'm about to say that. Yeah, both of these lanes aren't in very good positions. But ooh, look at this, getting some damage onto the Yumi in the bot lane is the Syndra with that electrocute proc on that trade. Yeah, we'll definitely see how this bot lane lanes against NA Uzi.
Shaco in on the mid gank.
Ooh, good positioning there,
Dash.
but America owns all with the relentless pursuit with the Lucian, trading back some damage with the piercing light and the Ardent Blaze. Is that what the W is called? I'd be so happy. I'd be so happy. Please let me be right. Wait, where is it? Lucian's like my most played champion. It is called Ardent Blaze. Let's go.
Hey.
Let's go. And is the Q piercing light? Oh my god. Look at me. I know Lucian abilities.
Isn't Piercing Light the name of one of Riot's songs too?
Is it? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident. I'm gonna drink because I trust. That's how much I believe it is.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Ooh, some trades in the mid lane. Ooh, but Ethan getting a good trade back onto the Lucian.
Yeah, not a good trade for Americans all. Kaisa coming up.
Oh,
gonna
here
die.
comes the oh, he tries to flash. There is the heal.
He
Will America
heals.
owns all get out of there? Here is the Heckram with all the movement speed. That's a flash away from Ethan. And it looks like everyone will be living, but Heckram's going back in. But there is the fear from the Shaco box, and no one will die. But in the bot lane, we're going to see some CC landing from the Swain that's going to get the pull in. But just like NA Uzi is going to be able to get a trade back onto the Swain, and nobody will die in the bot lane either. So nobody's dying across the map, but some really low health and some good trades from both teams.
So I would say Uzi and Longboy are actually pretty much dominating this bot lane. If you'll see, Carson is actually out of mana, which means she has no potential to use her range advantage. She has both an auto attack range advantage and her spellcast range advantage. And it's gonna be really hard for. I assume Carson is a girl. Actually, I don't even know. Is Carson a girl?
I have no idea. I thought you were just referring to Syndra.
My friend's fiance's name is Carson. And
oh,
she's,
I feel like most Carsons I meet are male. I thought you were
really?
referring to.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought you were referring to the champion. That's why I was like, yeah, Syndra. Syndra is a female. I know Syndra's a female for sure.
A female, sorry. I shouldn't say girl. Maybe that's demeaning. I don't mean it like that.
Yeah, hello. We respect. This is a very diverse community. We respect everyone around here. Take your turn.
I just was using the pronoun.
Yeah, I understand.
I think that was a good TP out of Carson. Unfortunately, what he or she wants to be getting is Lost Chapter before the first recall, but ends up having to get double Dorans, which is probably the right call in this situation whenever the Syndra is falling behind a little bit. But definitely Uzi with about a 2-wave advantage in the bot lane. On the other hand, America owns all, getting a nice freeze next to his tower to deny Shaco from ganking, and about a 2-wave lead. So you got another wave lead ahead up top. The wave not in a great position for the boss, but that'll be fine. And one thing that's important is that Copy Gaming has really denied a lot of the early aggression that Shaco provides from levels 1 to about level 6, with his ability to go invisible. What is his Q called? Do you know? It's not hallucinate, is it? Because that's his R.
Who?
Shaco's Q.
If you click on it, it's called deceive.
Oh, if I click on it, do I get to see? Okay.
Yeah, if you click on Shaco on the top left.
Oh, that's so smart. Start hovering stuff. That way I look like a good caster. That's so smart.
Yeah, that's all I do whenever
I'm gonna start doing this all the time now. Holy fuck. Mordekaiser missing the obliterate there. But Akali able to land a 5-point strike, unable to connect with the Assassin's Mark. if my directed camera move, I was trying to read it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, Akali going in here with the ultimate. Does I try for? Oh, but okay. Well, is this gonna be a kill for the Akali? Oh, gonna go into the ultimate here. That's gonna be first blood going over to the Akali. So 7-minute first blood. The Heckram is here. Now they're onto Pickle Farmer 27. But the Shaco Box is gonna be able to get the fear to get him away, get the Heckram off of him. Now we're looking at the bot lane here. We have some more trades. And Uzi gonna be flashing and do some damage to the Swain. Does not proc the Kaisa passive. I do not believe so. Swain's gonna be able to flash away and stay alive. Trading flashes there in the bot lane. And looks like, yeah, they're just going to have the one kill. That's going to be first blood going over to the Akali, who's also up 10 CS. Maybe going to get quite a lead in that top lane. I'm not sure how that, I don't know how that matchup goes in general. Akali versus Mordekaiser here, but so far.
I can't imagine Akali's supposed to win it.
I can't imagine.
So
that doesn't seem like the type of matchup Akali would really like.
The ability because classically, like the classic counter to Akali was Mordekaiser back in the day, before her rework, right? Before both of their reworks, actually. Because the problem was that she could sit in her cloud, but he could still do all the AoE in that area.
Right, I see.
So it didn't matter if you're in your cloud, you're still taking damage. And I think for the most part with the Mordekaisers now, is his passive and Akali Shroud still work about the same. The AoE on the Mordekaiser passive is about the same.
Here comes Hecarim with all the damage. RNG Trasher with the gank in the spot. We're going to see the teleport in coming in from Ethan. Here is the taunt. That's going to be Hecarim getting real low. But Hecarim is not going to go down. They're going to be able to take down Kaisa first. Kaisa going down to the Syndra. But looks like Longboy is going to be the rest of the teams coming on in. Now it's a trade 1-for-1. Actually, a 1-for-2. America owns all now making it. Here is the culling. Here's Ethan gonna land the E onto the Lucian, gonna get the taunt as well. Look like they're just gonna try to use that as a disengage. There are low health bars all over the place. But here comes the C from Hecarim. Not Hecarim, that's a Shaco. Head to the C from Shaco going in, but decides to back out. And
I think that one's all had healed that whole time. I was expecting
Oh.
him to kind of go back in.
oh, Decali going in with the ultimate. Here comes the Galio ultimate to try and turn the fight back around. Now they're going to engage onto Decali. Here's the Justice Punch. Decali still has the other part of his ultimate back, and it's gonna ult through them and get on out of there.
I think that the ult trade.
I
between
said
Galio and
Justice
Akali-
Punch for a Galio. Yeah, I'm not even sure if it's called Justice Punch, but it is called
think it is.
Justice
I think it
Punch.
is.
It is
Yeah.
called Justice Punch. Let's go.
I think the Galio ultimate in exchange for the Akali ultimate is pretty worth it because it's about a minute difference in cooldown. Actually, a little over that, 80-second difference in cooldown. So essentially, all she did there was bait out, I think, Yumi ultimate too in that.
Yeah, Yumi
So
also
baited
did
out
ult,
Yumi and Ethan on the Galio's ultimates both, which
Hecarim
honestly
going
pretty
in
solid.
yet again, getting the ultimate out of Eneuzi. And they definitely will take that. That is a large part of why Kai'Sa is able to stay alive in a lot of team fights. Is a large part of her self-kiting ability is her ultimate. So definitely very happy to trade that away for Hecarim just like running at her, right? Because he could just keep doing that on repeat easily.
And look at the CS difference now in the mid lane is starting to get a little out of hand. 22 CS this early in the game is pretty substantial.
Yeah, although the Galio does have the kill and the assist to kind of make up for the difference in gold, I believe. I'd imagine that they're not too far different in gold. Yeah, they're about like 50 gold different because of those kill and the assist.
Yeah, not too bad. Tresha able to pull away a little bit of a sneak dragon with the Shaco needing to reset. The Shaco's a little bit behind in experience, about a level behind, which is probably going to be very difficult for him to be able to catch up just because of Hecarim's clear is significantly better.
Yeah, this is kind of what I was just saying about Shaco in general. It's kind of like a cheese picker. Like you kind of like need to like get like some cheesy stuff early, kind of get ahead. And
Really needed to get those kills secured on America Owns all in the mid lane.
Yeah,
But he did 2 or 3 ganks on the Lucian mid about after his 3 camps. So he did his whole bot side and then went into ganking. Ended up losing his blue over it, and I really think it's going to cost him. Here you have Trashwell coming in on the backside. So Swain could have probably pulled, I believe, there off of the E interaction, but he didn't.
Oh.
Not sure if there was a reason why or just not experienced in playing. Ooh. Oh, that's why.
Uzi does his Uzi does his thing with the Kai'Sa. Knows that champion so well. Knows his power spikes. Knows when he is able to sneak away and kill, and does it again right there. As we've seen him do. Honestly, I've seen him do that multiple times this season. Like he always just finds a way to sneak away a kill and just like get this lead out of nowhere. He already has a CS lead right here. He's gonna always be looking for these kills. He's incredibly aggressive. He's probably gonna try to look for the snipe. Scissor's gonna tank it there to stop her support from dying. But yeah, that would have been very scary. You have to always play on edge. You do not want any Uzi to get ahead because he will 100% take that lead and run with it. So yeah, you gotta make sure you can't make those little mistakes and just get him those free kills out of nowhere. Like that Hecarim backing right there, big mistake.
I just don't think Uzi's the one to be camping right now. I think America Owns All is your strongest bully lane, and you want to assert control over that lane and maintain power over Dragon. So if you can just get the Galio really behind and protect your Lucian at the same time, then you can end up roaming together to bot lane rather than trying to do it like that. I don't know. That would be my strategy. A little bit of fighting all over the map right now. Yeah, Carson's really getting run down.
And there is another kill going over to NA Uzi now 2-1 and 2 on the Kai'Sa pick. Having 100% kill involvement so far for Chimps is the bot lane right here. Two kills and 2 assists on NA Uzi and the 4 assists on Longboy Golem. I mean, that's where they want the gold and that's where they currently have the gold. This is kind of just in favor of the game plan that Chimps wants to go with.
I'm not sure if I'm pretty confident Bork is not the item you want to be building on Lucian first in mid lane as opposed to ADC. Bit
I
of a
would,
fight in the
yeah,
top
I would
lane.
agree with that. Ooh, this fight seems to be going very much so in favor of the Akali now, who just gets a lot of damage. Isn't able to quite secure the kill, but is able to get quite a bit of damage onto the
Trashford
Mordekaiser.
probably could have dove that. He
Yeah,
had ultimate the whole time. If he would have waited a little longer on his E, he could have used Onslaught of Shadows to get out,
right.
which is the ultimate. I learned that. Drink. All right, every time I'm gonna say something stupid, I'm gonna drink. So they drafted a longer range bot lane. Company Gaming did, and it's really just mis-executing. A lot of skirmishing has been going on in this lane too. Outside,
Right.
I mean, they had basically a full-on team fight in the bot lane at one point, but it's just they really should be winning both mid and bot. They drafted superior lanes, and they're really, I mean, they're not right because the Galio ended up
Yeah.
picking up a kill. The gold is about even in the mid lane right now. It's about a
Right.
500 gold lead for the Lucian, which is not enough. He should be
Right.
harder zoning the Galio out.
Ooh, the lane swap. It looks like.
Even so, I do think Lucian still works in the same way into the Mordekaiser. Yumiel gonna root up Swain.
I know he's playing this really well. Yeah. You see, these skirmishes. That's another thing with going into the pits, with going down and dirty with Ape Chimps and the skirmishes, is that they tend to just play it better. Like, this is just like, that's just their game. Specifically, any Uzi will play these skirmishes better and will come out with the kill or some
What?
type of goal.
Hold on, I gotta rewind.
Okay, let me know what happened.
The Shaco box, one of the boxes like moved. I've never seen that happen. After the clone died, one of the boxes moved. Oh, she grabs it. Okay.
Okay.
I've never seen that before. I thought it was just randomly moved.
Just got up and started
man.
walking.
Put down the alcohol. Oh my gosh, that was so weird. You know how they form a triangle after you kill it?
Right.
It like one of the points of the triangle, she grabbed it, but I didn't see that she had grabbed it, so it pulled really far into made it from a I don't know.
Oh, so like significantly moved.
Equilateral into an isosceles. Boom.
Ah,
Using
gotcha.
big words when I drink. It was weird. One thing I learned is that whenever Swain lands that W ability, the hold on, let's look at it.
The eye from a long ways away.
Yeah, the Eye of Sauron, Vision of Empire. Whenever he lands that, he actually gains health permanently. I did not realize that until pretty recently.
Oh.
So I guess the soul. Ooh.
Oh. What was that?
4-man bot. Lord Polk kind of hanging around mid lane. Leaving Carson out to dry.
Grant saying the soul fragment. Yeah, I knew that.
I think soul fragments grant health. I think. That Swain can collect.
Oh
to
yeah,
restore
it permanently
66 health,
increases.
collecting soul fragment. Yeah.
Yeah, it permanently increases health by 5. Interesting. Oh, up in the top lane, we're gonna have another engage from Ene Uzi, who will now kill the Akali, and now Ene Uzi is on a rampage. 3-1-4, 7 out of 8 kill involvement for Ene Uzi so far. 17 minutes, almost 18 minutes into this game, and 157 CS, most CS in the game. This is just not what you want to see if you're playing against Ape Chimps. You don't want to see Ene Uzi popping off. Dinosaur Club did not let this happen.
Yeah, I think the better play is just to avoid bot lane at all costs and try and force him to just farm so he doesn't have any sort of lead going into the mid game. While that was happening, by the way, Triforce went for an all-in on Lord Polk, ended up trading 1-for-1 in the mid lane.
Going after Ene Uzi, going to try their best to shut him down here. Go try and make sure he doesn't get another kill in the meantime. Here is the ultimate from the Akali, but here is the double teleport coming in from Ape Chimps. Now they will be going onto the Akali. The Baz 800 looks like he may be in trouble here. Mordekaiser and the Yumi looking him down. Okay, Mordekaiser, Yumi actually decides to join join the Galio as they try and run this Lucian down. Here goes the Justice Punch. The Lucian with the Hextech Proto Belt, they will be able to shut down the Lucian. And Akali believes with the ammo that they're getting away. However, Force with the Dab Penguin will still be chasing down the Boss 800, who will then run into the rest of Ape Chimps. And there is the stun from Syndra, potentially saving the Akali's life. Here is RNG Trashro also looking to try and get into the action. But Lord Poke will be in the back, just taking a lot of damage by himself. And we'll go down to the Shaco. And RNG Trashro not going to have to run away from the chasing Ape Chimps here. And there is the taunts, and that will be RNG Trashro going down. The Chitta's going to try to leave too, but here is a lot of damage. Oh, and the Akali tries to back in the bush, but will be caught up by Ethan, and Force going to be in the shroud, going to try to get away, will not be able to get away. And here's the Yumi ultimate. That should be Carson going down as well. And this just looks like a massive one team fight for Ape Chimps around the map as they literally chase them from the middle of the map to the bot, through the jungle, to the bottom of the map, up back through bot lane, and just all over the place. Either way, they chase them down. They found the kills. It is now 13-4 in favor of Ape Chimps with now a 4K gold lead.
Very discombobulated on the side of Comfy Gaming. They end up making a pick on Uzi, which was very valuable. I think 650 gold over the Lucian.
Right.
But
that's where that started actually up there in the Baron pit.
Right.
That's where that started, and it ended bot lane.
And they chased all the way through tier 2 mid across into blue. It was a very bizarre fight. Oh man, Force just barely picking that up with the hold on. Where you go, Mordekaiser? Crap. With the Death's Grasp. Very solid.
Coach Kirk asking a very interesting question there. Did Comfy not have any bans? Are you saying that you're very surprised to see the Kai'Sa and the Mordekaiser in this game? Is that why you're saying that? No, they had all of their bans. They banned some stamps. They banned look, see, we don't see Kane. They banned Kane. We don't see Talia. They banned Talia.
Talia ban I get. I don't know. I'm not sure about the Kane.
The Kane over the Mordekaiser, which one of those is more important to ban? Yeah, that's an interesting
I do think
question.
Like banning, I don't think you need to ban Vayne in this game because you've got Lucian's. You went Lucian, Syndra's, Swain. I feel like that would have been fine into Uzi's Vayne, but
yeah, they banned the Vayne.
If you can't win on the Syndra pick into Kai'Sa, I'm not sure if you can win this bot lane. Just need a farm. Lord Polk kind of out of position.
Going over to NA. Another kill going over to NA Uzi. Not what you want to see at all.
Ape Chimps really securely ahead in this game now. 4K gold. A lot of shutdowns on some of their champions that are more susceptible to dying, though. So could see a little bit of a gold swing if Comfy Gaming can find a fight.
Look, we're getting very behind here. Oh my, says Nativa Daddy. Yeah, what's good, Nativa Daddy? I saw that all of your teammates also changed their name to Nativa something. I think I saw Nativa Mommy, Nativa Bro. I was changing to change my name to Nativa Ito.
Two of the best supports in the league in the chat right now, by the way.
Oh, hell yeah.
In my opinion, the two best supports, other than Sincere. If Sincere was here too, it'd be the three best.
Do it for the culture. And we're going to see the Mordekaiser ultimate onto Lucian. Lucian's going to go ahead and drop the call and do a lot of damage to the Mordekaiser, but he will soon realize that once he leaves the Mordekaiser ultimate, he is surrounded by the rest of Ape Chimps. Is able to get the shutdown onto Mordekaiser, but then immediately goes down to Ethan on that Galio.
Totally worth, by the way. Training 1-for-1. Getting the shutdown on the Mordekaiser when Lucian didn't have a shutdown. Lucian will take those every day, twice on Sunday.
Let's see, RNG Trashro running into Ethan here. But we'll be able to make it over to Lord Polk. Going to be able to land the CC in the pool onto Ethan.
I think one of the compositional issues that we're going to start seeing now at this point in the game for Comfy Gaming is the lack of frontline. They have Lord Polk, who is 0-6, level 9, with a Deathfire Grasp in inventory. Not going to be any sort of
a Deathfire Grasp? I didn't know that item was in the game still.
Excuse me, Haunting Guys, thank you.
Okay.
Looking, hold on, drink, okay. hunting guys. Thank you. Doesn't have a full item completed at
Right.
23 minutes, by the way.
Yeah, he's
Um,
definitely struggling there.
Going to be a little bit of a
Oh,
struggle.
the Akali trying to do some damage to Pickle Farmer. Pickle Farmer with the quick deceive to dodge the, what was it called? The Q, the 5-finger death punch or something like that?
Yeah,
Oh.
5-finger death punch. It is a rock band from the early mid 2000s.
And there is the Zonia's, but the Akali
it's
not able
5-point
to
strike.
5-point strike. Oh, okay.
But 5-finger death punch sounds way better, and that's what it's going to be called. So. I think they did remix. They did a cover of Bad Company, so I'm all about it. One of my favorite rock songs of all time.
Okay. I don't really know a lot about it, but you know, I'll take your.
No,
I'll
you're
take your
good,
word for
dude.
it.
I don't know that much about either. It's a metal band,
okay.
so.
Ooh, Ethan
really
now unstoppable
putting
on
the
this
smackdown.
Galio. Yeah, he really is.
Oh,
Oh,
wow,
RNG Trasho had the opposite. Wait, was he ulted by the Mordekaiser?
Even if you, was he?
Was he? Wait,
I didn't actually notice.
wait, am I crazy?
Because he R'd over the wall for sure.
Yeah, he did.
That's why I don't want Mordekaisers in my game when I play jungle because of that exact situation. Because now I have to spend 1,300 gold just to be able to smite. Not fun. Not a thing I want to do.
Like, did the Mordekaiser get this ultimate off in time? I'm gonna go back on the stream.
He must have because
I'm gonna get this on the stream.
Farmer, you can rewind. I'm gonna.
Oh, he is inside of Mordekaiser ulti here. Yeah, he was in the Mord ulti. He couldn't do anything.
Yeah,
feels bad.
Smite by Pickle Farmer. Too,
yeah, feels bad.
Definitely would have been stolen had he not been.
Right, for sure.
Maybe that is the secret behind Chimps. They pick Mordekaiser because they have bad smites.
In order to make it balance,
dude.
ooh, RNG Trash are able to run down Ichar first to get the quick kill, but they will not be able to do that onto any Uzi. Going to be way too safe with the Yuumi on him, and with the Yuumi ultimate, here is the Akali going to try and their best now to hit out any Uzi, but with the exhaust there, Akali's going to be brought really low as well, and going to go down to Long Boy Golem with the Q. And there is the massive stun from the Syndra, but then there is the damage from Pickle Farmer going over that wall and getting that Q and getting that damage. Here is the ult in from the Kai'Sa. Ene Uzi going a little bit ham, but will be shut down by Lucian, but not before she kills Lucian himself. Now Ene Uzi 10, 3, and 7 on this Kai'Sa with the 3 kills, and with the double kill going over to Pickle Farmer. And now we see Apes are up 26-8, and Longboy, what?
It's the disrespect warning, dude.
What am I looking at?
Golem?
What am I looking
More
at?
like Long Boy
What?
Sniper, dude.
What am I?
That
What?
dude just...
What? What was that?
It was a disrespect ward, man. He said, "Hey, I'm gonna put this
Is
ward
the
down.
TP
Y'all
ward?
turrets can't even kill me, dude."
And then we see iChat Force TPs onto the very deep ward placement between the Nexus towers, and the engage from the Hecarim absolutely shut down. Chimps absolutely on a roll here, 27-8, up 10K, up 6 towers to 1. Here is the try. Here's the defense from Comfy Gaming, gonna try and get some defense here. Here's America Owns All, gonna try and kite out iChat Force, but here comes the Galio ulti on top of it. You know what I just realized? We never saw this game. We never saw that Shaco and Galio ulti combo like that I was looking forward to. A little bit unfortunate. We'll see iChat Force goes down to Carson on the Syndra. That will be Lord Poke on the Swain taking down Galio. And that's a little bit of shutdowns, and they probably stayed here a little bit. It's definitely a little bit of an overstay on the side of Chimps, but I don't think they really care. They're just so far ahead that they just can afford to kind of do that stuff, because in the meantime, NA Uzi is taking the dragon. Yuumi is fair and balanced.
I mean, it's a dominating performance so far by Chimps. It's gonna be pretty. I want to understand how they preserve mental. Comfy Gaming preserves mental going into the next game. If they make some draft changes, if they decide, because I believe the purpose of having the boss, the way the boss has been playing fights, I believe the purpose of having him on Akali was to be able to assassinate Uzi, and I mean, you just can't do that with an exhaust ignite Yuumi on top of Uzi at all times.
Yeah, ulting and healing and that, yeah. And,
I mean,
and also as Kai'Sa, because Kai'Sa can ulti, and she has that massive shield, like, God, it's so hard to kill Kai'Sa in these late game team fights.
And whenever he went in at wolf camps, he just got immediately exhausted.
Yeah, exactly.
And there was just no chance.
Yeah.
He was doing way too much to peel. And you also have Mordekaiser R to also peel if they need it. So I just don't see how you're going to be killing Uzi at all.
Why is it so dark? I agree. I'm not sure why it's dark. Do you guys notice that too? I wasn't sure if that was just from my perspective.
I think it's from when you rewind it and it's still Death Realm overlay.
Yeah,
So
yeah. It's like whenever I rewound, for some reason it was dark. Okay, so I'm like, I'm
there's
not
light on
crazy.
my screen, by the way.
Okay, so it's not just me. It is my client is definitely dark. Well, we're in the death realm now.
It might be the Death Realm for Comfy Gaming, at least for
I
this
mean,
game.
apparently so. Yeah.
10K gold deficit.
I mean, you know what? We're gonna have to be. This darkness is showing the mental of comfy gaming right now. It's this. You guys are. Does this darkness make you uncomfortable? Well,
I honestly
good.
think
That's exactly where we should be. We should a little bit
Yeah.
uncomfy as the comfy gaming takes this out right here. Death
Comfy
Realm bug.
Gaming.
Yeah.
I think that Ape Chimps right now is just trying to make them as sad as possible, and I think that sadness the Death Realm bug is actually applying here both to the game and
Right.
to Comfy's mental, because it seems like Ape Chimps. I mean, they could have ended the game, I think, already. So I think they're just trying to destroy mental as much as possible so that they have an advantage going into game 2. A lot of stuff coming out right here.
Woo.
Americone's all really needs to pick up this Galio kill. Ends up backing out.
Yeah, with the Mordekaiser walking on over.
The only way to
Oh, and
Get
there
back in
is
this
the
game would be
Yumi.
for them to
Longboy
win the
Golem
fight.
just it's actually doing crazy amount of work on the Yumi. But then there is what's the Winds of Justice, the Winds of War? What is the Galio Q called? Winds of War. Let's go. Winds
let's
of War.
go.
Let's go. We know abilities out here.
This is such a good caster trick to be able. Although you can't click on Yumi, but
Yeah. Well, actually, no. Click on Yumi's portrait on the left.
there you go.
The prowling
Paz uses perfect
projectile.
execution to hop in there, ends up using it to hop out as well. Ends up killing the hallucinate and taking lethal damage because of it. Now, Ethan has no mana. He is trying to end the game. He's on the Nexus. Yeah, supers will end it. Just, I understood, I appreciated the Comfy's gaming draft, but
Right.
having no front line is actually not super good. Believe it or not, I actually would like to have more of a front line. I think that there's more issues to that game than just that, but definitely made that game more challenging than it may have been otherwise, because I think the game really snowballed without any ability to soak up damage for the Lucian, for the Syndra. I mean, the Swain got really far behind. It was essentially worthless. The Kali didn't have the ability to assassinate because there was no front line to distract or chain CC.
Mhm.
And actually, the Boz ended up doing less damage than Trashuo's Hecarim, which is not what you want to
the
see.
Baz ended up
at
doing
all.
less damage than like a lot of people on that team. Everyone besides the Swain.
Yeah, so although the Boz did an excellent job of being able to 1v1 the Mordekaiser, it just wasn't enough come crunch time in the ultimate TP fights that occurred.
Mhm. Okay, so we will be setting up for game 2. Ape Chimps takes game 1, so I'm gonna go ahead and set up the lobby and everything for game 2.
Yeah, I drank like 4 beers. I gotta go to the bathroom, Ito.
Okay, all right, fair enough. I'm gonna go ahead and set up some music and the scene, and we'll be back for game 2 after this short break.
I'm reaching out, cause I cannot fight this feeling. pushing out. We're not running round in circles anymore. Feels like I've been blown away, and I won't do it again. No, 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 I won't do it again. No, 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 I won't do it again. And I won't do it again. And I won't do it again.
Don't do it again.
These words won't get through to me when I'm not listening. These words are no use, no telling me is this worth risking, and I won't do it again.
How many viewers for face cam? Like for me to keep the face cam on stream? 50. Let's go. We'll always go with 50. Yeah, good luck with that.
I'm reaching out.
Drunk Among Us? Yo, I'm down for that. I'll play.
Anymore. Feels like
I've been run away.
I'm pushing out. We're not running round in circles anymore. Feels like I've been blown away, and I won't do it again. No, 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 I won't do it again. No, 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 and I won't do it again. And I won't do it again. These words won't get through to me when I'm not listening. These words are no use, no telling me is this worth risking, and I won't do it again. It's contagious. Tell me, do you feel it too? Mr. Magician, tricking me to loving you. Turning pages, looking for something new. But the rain is stopping me from pulling through. I'm gonna take a deep breath. Cut the loving into. Cause I'm needing nothing. Coming straight there from you. I'm gonna take a deep breath. Cut the loving into. Cause I'm needing nothing. Oh, Mr. Magician, your trickery is fine. Mr. Magician, I want you to be mine. Mr. Magician.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da. Ooh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, whoa.
It's tradition for you to fall in love with me. I had a vision, one that you could never see. Hearing voices, tell me do you hear them too? So many choices, they're telling me what to do. No, I'm gonna take a deep breath, cut the loving in two. Cause I'm needing that day, coming straight there from you. I'm gonna take a deep breath, cut the loving in two. Cause I'm needing that day. Oh, Mr. Magician, your trickery is fine. Mr. Magician, I want you to be mine. Mr. Magician, you're pulling down my spine. Mr. Magician, I want you to be mine. I take a breath, I suffocate. You rip me off the preliminal stages. You're playing with my fire. You're burning away ashes.
Ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
I just wanna be, just wanna be, I just wanna be loved. I just wanna be, just wanna be, I just wanna be loved. I just wanna be, just wanna be, I just wanna be loved. I just wanna be, just wanna be, I just wanna be loved. We're still young, but we got old, we got older, but we got paid, we got older. We got old, we got older, but I just wanna be loved. We're still young, but we got old, we got older, but we got paid, we got older. We got old, we got older. I just wanna be loved.